Wow. Yay!
Say hi, we're all muted. Hi, so I'm just pantomiming.
Oh, I'm muted. You should be good. You should be fine. I just closed and reopened my settings, and you should be back.
Fixed.
All right. You can hear. Fantastic.
Sorry.
So I'm really excited. We're playing Vampire the Masquerade here on TotalPartyKiss, and I'm Dillin. She, he, and they pronouns. I'm going to be your storyteller today. I'm very stoked about it. And I'm even more stoked because I have really good friends here playing this fun little storytelling game with me. Would you like to tell me who you are and how awesome you are? Pooja, please go first. Love my life.
Hello, I am Pooja, and I am feeling particularly awesome today because I get to play an awesome game with awesome pals, and we should all be so lucky. You can find me over on Twitter at Pooja and Poojaberwaki on all other places, including my Linktree, which has my gaming schedule. So yes, come hang out. And are we going into character stuff yet, or are we holding that?
Let's hold that. Let's pause on that. Yeah. Depth.
Hi, I'm Depth. I go by they them pronouns. And yeah. You can find me at Chaotic Bunny and other things.
Okay. Very good. Very good. You're doing great. Andre?
Buenas noches. Me llaman Andre. Pronombre es él y ellos. Me pueden encontrar en línea en Twitter como Andre Rivera Art. Puedes verme los domingos en TotalPartyKiss en Tragedy of Theologian como Kazimir, el minotauro bárbaro de la magia salvaje. Y en Atomless, cada 2 miércoles en The Welcome In, como Theriac, el biohacker Rexelite. Hi, my name is Andre. You can find me at Andre Rivera Art, pronouns he, they. You can find me every Sunday on Tragedy of Theologian on TotalPartyKiss and every other Wednesday on The Welcome In as Theriac.
Phenomenal. Sloan, just pull yourself together.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody. There's always something. And if it's audio, that's totally fine. Hopefully nothing worse happens. Hi, my name is Sloan, aka Arpley. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me here on TotalPartyKiss. I play a paladin and also a wizard, and you can also find me on the Welcome In, where I play a druid. That's me.
That is you. Alex?
Hello everyone, my name is Alex. I use he, him, and they, them pronouns. You can find me many places on the internet under @aldermancy or @alder_mancy on Twitter, and I am making games and content at Sword Ghost. I also GM Strange Hungers here on TotalPartyKiss on Saturdays at noon, and I'm very, very excited to finally hop into the player seat with Dillin tonight.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Speaking of which, are we ready to live forever?
I'm ready to live forever.
You want to do something so we can live forever?
I do.
Okay.
I've never been a vampire before.
Well, that's changing tonight. All right. Let's jump in. I don't think there could be a better place. What better place could there possibly be for creatures that are bound to the night to hide in plain sight than a city where the night is just as alive as the day? A city beaming with people who know when to mind their business, where deviations and idiosyncrasies are expected or even mundane. The politically ambitious undead are here, like anywhere. Try as they might, no one faction has ever been able to obtain a hold over this whole city, too big and unwieldy. Instead, pockets of each borough have the support and the reign of a certain coterie. But not every pocket is so deeply entrenched in politics. For instance, despite the attempts of the East and West Side coteries' grab bag attempts, both sides of Harlem remain largely independent. And if you were to find yourself on the east side of this particular neck, and you have taste, you probably won't be talking about politics. Dead or alive, you will probably be filling up at La Chula or Patsy's so that you can drink more at the Belfry. The Belfry was once a beautiful old cathedral, slowly aging into ruin as the city around it outgrew it, until a very charming Manhattan duo breathed a very new life into it, converting its pews and confessionals into a dance floor and VIP booths. Tonight, just outside, it's pouring. But inside, there's a party. A crowd has gathered around one patron's table tonight inside the Belfry. A measly man who's never caught the eye of anyone's favor for free is now in the center of a beautiful crowd as they flock to two charismatic young wanderers. Twins, what do we see when we focus in on this crowd inside this nightclub?
Good question. Alex, do you have a preference for going first, or?
Take it away.
All right. Speaking to probably in the middle of a group of people, a little knot within this larger group, is a 6 foot, sort of gangly but very elegant young person. They have pale skin and well-defined cheekbones and long black hair that has a bit of texture, a bit of shag. They wear a sort of like red handkerchief kind of style top with long black bell-bottom boots, or bell-bottom pants with boots underneath, and some smudgy dark makeup, and they are speaking animatedly to this group of folks around them. And that's Jamie.
Sitting next to Jamie, nearly identical in almost every aspect, is their sibling, Jude. Shaggy dark cut, smudged black makeup, wearing a mostly transparent shirt under a leather jacket that is covered with pins and patches and stitching, mostly about sort of like very classic pop punk or hard rock bands. As they turn in their seat, you can see a large patch on the back as well, with a skull with 2 crossed drumsticks and a drum set underneath it. The only difference that you might note is that where Jamie has a freckle under, I believe, their left eye, Jude has one under their right. They sit quietly, not as charismatic as their twin, but appears to be listening and will occasionally step into a conversation when he notices someone has fallen out of it to tug them back into the flow of the night.
The strangers that have gathered around you they're feeding off of the energy that you've provided by just being so magnificent, and they are spreading it to one another. Each person that joins in this is more outgoing than they were a moment before, a little more brave, a little bit more boastful, and it's contagious. It's spreading beyond this little gathering through the entire club. And several of them are just so curious about the two of you because you're so interesting. In fact, one person, a young woman, sits next to Jamie and puts down a clutch. She looks like she came here certainly to go home with someone, but now all she can think about is like, where did you come from? Like, I've never seen you around here before.
She's sitting next to me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then having her like come and sit down next to Jamie, she will like turn away from the group that she was talking to before and just like, actually sort of new. I found this place actually on Grindr. I got a message from somebody saying that this was like a place to be, and it really is. There are a lot of very cool people here. I'm Jamie, by the way. And he holds his hand out to shake hers.
Oh my God. Oh, Sheila, sorry. I just don't. Mm-hmm.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, your hair is incredible. I don't know how you get it to be so tame, but when I let my hair get super curly, it never works out well for me. I just can't make it. I can't make it happen. I don't know how to get those beautiful, like, you know, when it kind of sticks together and it's like shiny and looks nice and smooth.
You're being so nice to me. You're so cool.
What do you mean? I'm just talking to you.
And she just like continues to fawn in a completely like curious and fascinating way over you. Jude, next to you, you hear Gil, the patron of this bar, who is for the first time doing well, socially surrounded by people, and is feeling that contagious energy. And you can hear him sort of bumbling his way to a conversation with a gentleman at this bar. And it doesn't seem like he's doing a great job. Just sort of like, no, I work in finance. I don't like it. I hate it, actually. But you're cool. You're nice. He's
Finance
struggling.
In a big city like this.
Yeah, well, it's decent money.
I've heard a lot of stories about fires on Wall Street. Are those things literal?
No, they're not like, it's not like being set on fire.
So you don't have to literally put out fires.
No.
Oh, your job must be pretty boring then.
Yeah, no, it's really boring, but it's not that boring. Like, it's like cool. It's pretty good. I make money. My apartment's nice. It's really nice. I promise.
That's an achievement here. We just moved in and our apartment is empty, which I guess is a different kind of nice. It's clean, at least.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you know, that's an upside to me. Nice apartment. And
the drinks as well. And of course, Gil here was kind enough to invite us in. So.
And the gentleman that he's been talking to for the first time sort of like raises an eyebrow. Oh, that was pretty nice of you, Gil. All right, that's not bad. And Gil jumps back in. The security at the Belfry is pretty tight tonight, but one member of the security team is taking a little bit of a respite, as someone very special has come to visit. Pooja, would you like to tell me what Hrishika looks like?
Sure. As your eyes pan from where Jude was standing, you go across back towards the table and tilt down and keep going down. Standing at all of 5'1", you see the unexpected head of security of this place. It's Hrishika. She has dark hair, brown skin. She has a tank top that's cut off under a blazer and over black jeans. It's hard to tell at first that she's not just a club goer, except that she is eyeing this place a little too intently. And for our especially keen-eyed folks, you would also notice that under this cutoff is just far too many abs. Like, humans shouldn't have that many muscles there. But her eyes are focused pretty firmly on the table of Gil and friends, because over there sitting is somebody very special to Hrishika, who she has previously sent over to have a good time.
Lina, I think that's you. Is that Lina over there?
Is that?
Is that Lina sitting at the table?
Yeah, so Sidian kind of has kind of fallen a bit back into conversation as a couple of people have kind of stepped forward to talk with the twins. Sans 5'8", very tall, very elegant woman dressed in white blouse, dress pants, suspenders. Probably a little bit taller because she's wearing very classic heels as well. Her makeup is immaculate and she holds herself in a very regal position as she gets a notification on her phone and she checks. And what was a very entertained, very polite smile towards the twins suddenly turns very somber, and kind of glances up, guesses that her absence won't be noticed, and slips away and starts to walk towards Hrishika. And will kind of just stand beside Hrishika and have kind of a natural hand resting on her waist.
And since we're 22 minutes in, I have to say, my wife.
We did it.
We did it.
And that's the game, everybody.
That's the game. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming.
But we'll set her phone on the table and just lean in. I hope you're not working tomorrow.
It's Saturday. I am usually scheduled, but is there a reason I need to beg off?
I think my mother wants dinner.
Oh. And she wants me there.
Well, shouldn't say that, but I would prefer you there.
Okay. I will be wherever you need me to be. Give me a minute. I'll go talk to Gusto and be right back.
Thank you.
What do we see when we walk over to Gusto?
As Hrishika walks over towards the bar that's been set up where an ambulatory would typically be in the cathedral, there is a huge wall of top of the line drinks, and on the lower level some cheaper drinks for people who are just looking to get a quick one in. The table is lit bright neon fuchsia, while the wall is lit blue. And you see a lean, muscular looking Puerto Rican man, about 5'6", who is currently shaking up a mixer and pouring out a drink for some patrons who are sitting down the way, and slides them 2 glasses.
Your patrons tip you well as always, and take their drinks and continue back to this cluster that has formed in the center of your club. As Hrishika wanders over.
Hrishika.
Oh, have you been watching what's going on over there?
Yeah, ¿qué pasa? Are they celebrities? Are they like internet people? What's up?
I don't know, maybe. All I know is that Gil pulled some talent and they keep pulling more.
Gil?
Gil.
Cholo Gil?
Gil.
All right. I don't know.
He's worked hard. He deserves it.
Listen.
Everybody deserves joy, boss.
Yeah, but they don't deserve to get their heart broken.
Fair. Well, don't you think Gil's old enough to know what he's signing up for?
I don't know.
I mean, look at them. They just scream heartbreak, don't they?
How's Gil looking?
Gil right now is actually not even looking at the 2 mysterious strangers in question. Gil is like locked eyes and eyes in a conversation with a man who is way outside of his league. And the gentleman in question seems to be like passively listening, sipping his drink, nodding, not really engaged in this.
Ay, qué cabrón. Just keep an eye on Gil. I know he can get kind of caught up in these things.
Yeah, we watch out for our own. Speaking of, anything big planned for tomorrow night?
For tomorrow? Nada. ¿Por qué?
Okay. Lina wants me for a family dinner.
Oh. Pay time off?
Yeah? I can. I'll prep the team before.
Yeah, as long as you
I
get
go.
someone in your spot, you're all good.
Oh yeah, you know, the guys, they're good.
As long as you get what you need to get done, I trust you.
Yes, and I know better than to upset the wife. No bueno. Boss, we might want to look into getting the Wonder Twins over their back end tomorrow, if they can pull like this.
I don't know. They seem...
They're charming. Hey, why don't you go up and talk to them and see for yourself? I got the bar for a bit.
Oh, you can handle it?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Gusto will slide around the bar, and we'll just let Hrishika take over for bartending duty.
Can I?
Yeah, Hrishika will take the jacket off and is like just in that like short cut off tank, and is standing bar like a pro.
Can I, before Gusto gets there, can I invite Gil to go dance?
Sure. Yeah. How does that go?
I think I have been speaking with Sheila, and we've gotten on the topic of dancing, because she's telling me about this club and all of the other clubs that she likes to go to and how much she loves dancing. And I am speaking to her about how I have always wanted to like learn how to really dance, but haven't really had the opportunity to. And she's like, oh my God, let me show you. Let's go out there and I'll like show you around. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, okay, but I really should bring my friend Gil over here because he did bring us in with us. So just give me 1 second. And he turns to Gil and kind of like lays a hand on his arm. It's like, hey, Gil, do you want to come dance? We're gonna go dance.
With me?
Yeah.
You want? Yeah.
Come on, roll your sleeves up.
Yeah, he like turns back to the guy he was talking to who has totally abandoned ship, and he goes, okay, yeah, I will, and gets up and follows you to the dance floor.
I would like to lead Gil and Sheila by the hand, and I look back at Jude and I'm like, Jude, come on, we're gonna dance.
I think I'll stay locked down here. I wouldn't want all these lovely people to get lonely.
They can come too. Hey, y'all, do you want to dance?
Like everybody's like, yeah, wait, why the fuck are we dancing? Like people just immediately start to like dance with so much energy, so much vibrance.
I will go back for my sibling and bring them out with me onto the dance floor.
Jude lets Jamie grab her hand and hug her. She doesn't resist. She's very excited, actually, but you know, well, not excited, I would say, but she's eager. She just didn't want to abandon anyone at the table.
Excellent. You got a live DJ, Gusto?
Huh?
You got a live DJ here?
Yeah, there's like a whole DJ setup where like the apps would be in the cathedral. So
Yeah.
like right at the end where like all the like sermons are usually held. It's just a gigantic DJ booth.
Perfect.
Oh my God, yes.
The DJ
Amazing.
picks up the tempo to match the vibe that has just waltzed out onto this dance floor. And I don't know, just for a little funsies, like what if we had a little Dex performance to see how good of a dancer everybody is?
Oh,
I will roll
God.
this one single die for Gil.
All right. Dex
Could you-
performance.
Could you remind everyone, and by everyone I mean me,
Yeah.
how to roll?
How to roll. So you're gonna take your character sheet. You should have some dots next to some things. However many dots you have next to dexterity, and however many you have next to performance, you're gonna take that many dice and roll them. And depending on how many sixes you have, which are successes, how many ones you have, which are failures, we will determine overall how well you do at this thing.
And these are D6s?
D10s.
D10s. Okay.
Wow.
I did get a -1 in my dexterity,
All right.
but then I got a 1 in performance, so that's a 0.
That is, it's not a botch, but it is a failure. So I imagine that you're doing a lot of bopping. I imagine that you're kind of just,
She's very enthusiastic. Very enthusiastic. Again, does not know how to dance.
great, fantastic.
If it's a question of pure charismatic energy, she's not embarrassing herself, but take that away and it's a little...
But she's going hard. Yeah,
She's going for it.
excellent.
I
and
have 3 successes for Judas.
Judas quietly walks out onto that dance floor and grooves. What does Judas dance like?
So I want you to picture someone who has only watched like old school YouTube videos of concerts, raves kind of thing, and who hasn't really danced a lot before, but is just naturally knows how to move their body. So Jude is not really doing the New York City nightclub classic kind of dancing, is just like head banging.
Yeah.
Doing it exactly on tempo with the DJ, like hitting every note.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Just so you all know, Gil walks out there, and with the one singular shred control he has over the movements of his body. He's doing a great job. He's not doing anything too bold or brave, just some swaying, but it's holding it together. Gusto, are you joining the club? The club vibe out here on the dance floor?
Of course I am.
Yeah, and what do we...
Anything above a 6 you said is a success?
Correct.
I have 4 successes.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Gusto. Please, tell me how Gusto tears up the dance floor.
Oh, he is fully doing a very smooth salsa sort of like move into the crowd and just swaying, like deftly dodging between all of the different like party goers and dancers and clubbers, and just finds a groove while also like making his way towards the sort of spotlight celebrities for tonight.
Mm-hmm. You are approached by the owner of this club, the twins.
You're very handsome. You're a handsome man. He handsome?
Is he handsome?
Handsome guy.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, alert, everybody is a real attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he sidles up and in, I will enthusiastically dance with him. Probably in danger of maybe getting an elbow to like the torso, but
Sure.
they're just, they
Absolutely.
look like they're having a grand old time.
They're dancing it up. I think Gusto is definitely gonna like do some like very like back and forth sort of dancing and like try to engage in like a spin if you're able.
Yeah, I mean, he'll give it his best shot. He's watching. He's watching and trying to learn. God bless him.
God bless him. But Gusto is too hot to trot right now.
Jude is keeping an eye on Gusto, as he has been with everyone who has gotten close to Jamie, making sure they're not getting too close.
And what are you looking for? Just anybody who's potentially nefarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for people who are too interested in Jamie. Or like, you know how some people will like put a hand on the shoulder and then back off? In a club, if someone puts a hand on the shoulder and leaves the hand there too long, you gotta look at what they're eyeing.
Sure.
So
I would really love for you to give me a wits alertness, just to have a general head on the swivel kind of vibe about this club.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Wits and alertness.
Damn.
Damn. That is 0 successes.
No ones though, right?
That's a 1. Well, so I think it's a 1 and a success, so it
cancels out.
Right?
Okay, good. Got it. Okay. It's, you know what? Everything seems fine, you know? It's just vibes right now. I want to know if Lina and Hrishika get involved at all in this dancing frenzy that is happening here.
I think Lina goes out to dance. It's up to Hrishika if she follows.
I think Hrishika tends bar very well. She's very dexterous for a while, but seeing all the action on the dance floor and seeing her lady out there moving and grooving, I think Hrishika, you know, she deserves a break every now and then. So she'll probably use whatever internal communication device they have to ask for somebody else to watch the bar for a bit, and she will head out to Lina on the dance floor.
Excellent. Everybody's fucking dancing. Everybody's fucking grooving and having a wonderful time. The energy in this place gets louder and hotter, and like it's like the music, the energy, the like collective swaying of the crowd. This place is not a collection of people anymore. This is an organism. This is a moving, living thing inside this club. Until suddenly, it's not. Gusto, at the corner of your eye, just as you're swinging and moving and like feeling the height of this swell, that's when you see Ira over by the entrance, kind of chatting up with people, schmoozing in his general way that he does. This handsome young man with hair slicked back, in a full tuxedo, which is not usual, not typical at all, and makes him stand out completely like a sore thumb in this vibe and in this era. And he catches your eye from the center of the dance floor even, and gives just a little wave.
Ay, Dios mío.
Your jawline is really cool. It's really like cutting. I can see the light that's like reflecting off of it. It looks really. I love your hair.
Gracias.
How did you do that yourself?
Por favor, un momento. And we'll like just slide out, less dancey this time as he exits, headed towards Ira.
Ira will sort of like motion to meet you at the bar, and takes a seat over there.
We'll beat him to it. We'll like pop in and say like, sorry, Hrishika, couldn't get a word in. Tizo showed up.
Ooh.
I don't.
So.
Is she? I
You
think.
good?
Huh?
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm sure he's just here to talk some business or some shit like that.
You don't want to talk, I can take care of it.
No, I think this might be a more sensitive issue.
Okay. If you want to head back, I can keep watch.
I'd appreciate that, yeah.
And Hrishika will, head off the dance floor and be more on guard.
Mm-hmm. As Ira walks up, Gusto is going to prepare some absinthe for him to slide up and just say, "Tu favorito."
He takes like an elbow to the bar and puts like a hand out, one to like receive the drink and the other to greet you properly. And Gusto, sorry, I'm sorry.
¿Qué pasó?
I didn't mean to be so late.
Tell me what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Everything's fine.
By the sounds of it, your suggestion with your support group didn't go over well.
No. Nothing I suggest goes well.
Yep.
He takes the drink, slams it back, and it hits the table. And you see like a dramatic shift in his color that you recognize very well, that Ira is out. No vitae, no blood. He's pretty tapped.
Shit. So you're looking for blood? Yeah?
No. No, I'll certainly get that tonight. Sorry,
¿Por qué estás aquí?
yeah. I came here for a reason. There's,
Do we need to go upstairs to talk about it?
no, I can't stay long, but something is bothering me. I have a job tonight. There's every job is bigger than the last one, and this one is loud. And they're asking about you. We're not gonna hear that. Nope.
Follow alerts.
Nope.
Nice.
Ira, your new phone alert is so weird.
Yeah. Ooh.
In character. That's
Very in character. Extremely in character. Ira says, they're asking about you.
Yo? ¿Por qué? Did they hear about the Belfry?
It makes waves. And they feel it would be an asset.
Bezo. We talked about this.
I know. Which is why it won't happen. But that's why I came.
Bueno. Okay, bye. You had to go soon, yeah?
Yeah. Just, there's one more thing. There's talk, there's somebody coming to town, a old vampire. And
if they walk through my doors, I'll treat them like a good customer. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
it's getting everybody up in arms. Everyone is either trying to vie or trying to plan to take them out. But either way, it just seems like trouble is coming, and I wanted you to know.
Gracias. We'll amp up security.
Good. I am working on something.
What?
Getting out. But until I figure out how to do it, I won't be here.
De Nueva York?
No, I won't be here. So, if for any reason you need me, can I trust you know how to find me?
How about I'm easier to find, typically. Yeah. I don't usually wander 6 blocks from here.
I know, but you're not as dangerous as I am right now.
Peligroso. Not the same ring as Tizo, but...
All right, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give you that warning, and I'll come back when I fixed it. And he's gonna stand up and adjust the tux and start walking out.
Do you want that on your tab?
Just gives you a look back.
Puto.
The party hasn't stopped. It's gotten bigger and larger. And twins, the both of you kind of simultaneously clue in to hear a different voice, Sheila's voice.
Oh.
Actually, say, what the hell? It's late. Yeah, sure. And Gil turns to the both of you, grabs you both by the collars, and says, I don't know who you are. I don't understand what's happening, but thank you. And leaves the club with Sheila.
Have a good night.
I give a rowdy cheer as they walk away.
Somewhere in the back, Hrishika's fist pumping, just out of joy for Gil.
Yes.
You're right.
Can Gusto slither in real quick?
Absolutely.
Hola.
Are you back with us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey! You seem really busy.
Hello.
Did something happen?
Business, you know, running this place is a nightmare. How you doing?
Oh my god.
You run this place?
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
good job. It's fucking cool. Sorry.
Gracias.
It's really cool.
Is it this crowded every night?
Yeah, I would say so, especially on weekends.
Oh my god, amazing. I'm so glad we came here.
I've never been anywhere like this place.
¿Qué son sus nombres? Huh? Where are you?
Oh. I'm Jamie. This is my sibling, Jude. Nice to meet you. And she'll put her hand out.
Buenas noches.
and give it a good shake. What's your name?
Gusto.
Nice to meet you. I like that name.
Nice to meet you, Gusto.
I try to bring it every night. Classic line.
Dude raises an eyebrow.
Have y'all had a drink yet? I can fix you up something real quick if you want.
A little bit, yeah.
Sure.
As they look back over to the table. How much have they actually had? Storyteller.
So it's been a bottle service night for your table. So you've had as much as you have wanted to up until Gil leaving. Gil spared no expense on this extravaganza.
I think Jude is keeping her head about her, so if Jamie indulged a little more, they probably have that, set up where he'll take a night that's more sober.
Yeah.
So Jamie can get lit.
Jamie's definitely just going for it, but I don't know how easy it is for them to get drunk.
Can vampires get drunk?
Vampires can get drunk. Think of it as like having a resistance to poison, but you're not immune to it. So it takes a little bit more for it to get the job done, and it wears off faster, but it still does the job.
I'd love a drink.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Come on over. I saw you were chit-chatting it up with mi amigo, huh?
Gil?
Gil's a regular here.
Yeah, he's really nice. He brought us in here, which was very, very sweet of him.
He seems genuine.
That's slow laughing.
And I'm sorry, did you say he brought you in or you brought him?
We came in together. It was like a group thing.
Sure. And we'll go ahead and motion to the wall behind him.
Oh,
that. Oh wow.
Vodka, tequila. I prefer Bacardi myself.
What's something that you really like? What's a drink that you really like?
Bacardi and lime. Just classic.
Jude pulls out his phone and turns off the volume on the keyboard so he's not tapping very loudly, and Googles cool club drinks.
Gusto.
Amazing.
Something
no notes.
Hard.
And para ti, sex on the beach or?
That
sounds like it would get a lot of sand everywhere.
Sounds great.
Our driest drink.
I'll have one of those, yeah.
Sure thing.
Switch.
We'll make the sex on the beach first, and you see some orange, some grenadine, slides it your way, and then pulls out a whole bottle of Bacardi, pops it, pours out a glass, gets a slice of Lima, and just crushes that little bad boy, and puts another one on the rim, a fresh one that hasn't been crushed yet, in case you want extra. And then we'll do the exact same thing for himself.
Oh my god. Thank you. Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers. Eyes at Jamie and a genuine smile. To the first of many nights.
Yeah. And they cheers. And Jamie, I think, takes maybe perhaps an over-enthusiastic first drink of the Bacardi, and definitely oh god, that's really strong.
It's hard, so I like it.
It takes the lime and just bites into it to chase some of that away.
Yeah.
This isn't so bad. Yeah.
Are you guys here, I gotcha, no worries. You guys from Nueva York, or you guys visiting, or?
No, Oh, actually we are from California. Yeah.
Ah.
We just
¿Dónde?
finished sort of a cross-country trip, I guess. But yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Probably not guests though. Maybe more long-term.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ever interested in working here, if you're close to Harlem, you're more than welcome to apply for security with Hrishika. We can get that set up for you.
Oh,
Security.
Sure.
Wow.
Things get tight around here. Lots of clubbers, lots of celebrities swing by. We had Kiki Fuentes pretty recently.
How do you know we're not celebrities?
If you were celebrities, I would have known about you. They usually VIP.
fair enough. I met Hrishika. She is really muscular. I'm not quite on the same level.
Oh, but she's just been working at this for a long time, so.
I don't know. What do you think, Jude? Would I look good with like a 12-pack?
Absolutely not.
Really big. I think I can make it work. Really big biceps.
No,
What?
absolutely.
Like
You
big
would
thighs.
through that jacket.
If security isn't quite your style, we could always teach you how to mix
Oh, I
right
could
back
try
here.
That would be fun to learn how to do.
You can learn how to light the drinks on
Oh.
fire, salt margaritas, whatever you want.
You can light the drinks on fire?
Yeah,
I like that idea. Yeah.
it's way
That
too
is kinda
expensive, but
fun.
people love it.
I mean, I don't know, Jude. What do you think? We kind of
We are looking for different kinds of work, I guess. And I mean, this place is a little loud. Do you have any?
We could put
Other-
you on security detail outside.
I wouldn't. I like to stick near Jamie.
Then
Maybe we could get
put
you
both
earplugs.
Yeah, we do. Do you need earplugs?
No, I'm all right. And he pulls out. He has this old cassette tape thing, and he like puts in the earbuds and snakes it like over his ears and through his shaggy hair, so you can't actually see the music.
Fair enough.
found that in a thrift store.
What was that?
Found that in a thrift store.
Ah,
You can find so much good stuff in there. It's amazing.
Good God. Speaking of Hrishika, what are Hrishika and Lina doing right now?
Hrishika was kind of monitoring the entrance where Gusto and Ira had gone, but now that they're back, like now that Gusto is back in the fray, I think Hrishika is going to first look to see what Lina's doing, and if Lina seems okay, she would go back to tending bar since Gusto is still on the floor.
Perfect. You are attending bar. People are buying more drinks. The energy in here is hot and on fire. People are coming back, doing shots, doing everybody is being excessive. And
Specifically, Hrishika will, if there's any like finance bros that are going too hard, Hrishika does her standard thing, which is like tease them about their alcoholic tolerances and whether or not they can outshoot her.
yeah.
Yeah, that specific move.
Yeah. So, for instance, if a guy came up and was like, "Hey, beautiful, 3 for me, please."
Just 3? Must be a slow night for you.
They're all for me.
Okay, if you say so.
I don't think you understand. I'm asking for 3 shots for me to do right now.
Okay.
All right. 4 is good. I'll do 4.
Hrishika will pour 4, just like the, and then pour 4 for herself. Maybe 1 more. Feeling spicy tonight.
Okay. Yeah. and he's gonna try this. Yeah. Let's get
Lina has probably come to the bar and is just watching this. Like, Lina has seen this a million times and it never gets old, and she's just watching this with like the most entertained expression.
Hey, question before we get started.
Yeah.
You buying me these drinks or what?
Yeah, I'm buying them. Fuck. Yeah, of course. No fucking big deal at all. And he lays his card out and... All right, let's see what you got. And he's gonna go toe for toe with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hrishika doesn't even need to do like any tricks or anything, man. She got that high tolerance. It's all going down the hatch.
You sure do. He makes it 2, no problem. The third one hesitates. Takes
buddy,
it.
I don't want you to get sick.
No.
Oh, you know what? I know somebody who can help you out. And she'll gesture to Lina. Am I rolling this finance, bro? I am.
You do not have to roll. There's no world in which 3 shots makes a vampire upset. That's not a thing that's gonna happen.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Lina will absolutely
Drink responsibly,
walk up.
friends.
Yeah.
Lina will absolutely walk up, stand beside this finance bro and just take the shot and just like stare him right in the eyes so she takes it.
His last shot
Yep.
away from him, and you take it. Fucking
and
great.
Hrishika also pours a glass of water and hands it to the finance bro.
This is
Sorry, I
psychological
woke up in the
warfare.
mean.
Like-
I woke up mean today.
Long pause. And he takes the water and he walks off. Yeah, defeated.
Thanks,
And
baby.
yeah. A few moments after he walks away, a girl who works here, tends bar and other assorted things, comes over, like wad of cash in hand, bubble gum in the lips, and is like counting out, leaning across the bar. She's like, "Hey, where's where's Gusto?" It's fine. Here, this is my tip out, and I'm heading out. I think Gusto like left some poor sod stranded again upstairs. Maybe like check on that or something.
Yeah. You okay though?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I had a great night actually. More tips than I've made in like months here. No offense, this place is like really good, but tonight was extra.
Yeah.
Anyway, I might not come in tomorrow. Don't tell Gusto that. I'm calling in sick.
Secrets between you and me.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
And she'll blow a bubble, pop it, and leave.
Hasta mañana.
Bye, Gusto. Great night. I'm getting a little headache though. I'll totally see you tomorrow though.
Take the day off if you need it.
Love you. And skedaddles out the door.
Since Gusto did just yell out, if he looks over at Hrishika, she'll do their normal like hand signals. They've got an established way of communicating across like noisy dance floors, a mix of like sign language in general, just miming.
Eye movements and lips.
Yeah.
And, yep.
And so she'll call Gusto over.
Oh.
You forgetting anything upstairs, Effie?
Upstairs.
Was it upstairs or out back? I forgot.
Upstairs, yeah. Upstairs
Okay.
is Gusto's. Yeah.
Yeah, upstairs. No.
Should I?
Did
Do you need me to?
Miranda say something?
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a peek. Keep tending bar. I'll be back.
Okay. You need me to clear house.
All right. And we'll slam the table right by the twins. Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta check on something upstairs, but I'll be right back with you guys. Okay?
Okay.
And we'll.
Okay. You head upstairs. Twins, what are you doing? I mean, the night's getting
really
like
hot.
later, but what would you like to do?
I
so
don't like
hot.
when men slam their hands on things.
I mean,
No.
yeah, no, me neither. But he's like, he's really cute.
I think you could do worse than the head of a nightclub. So
Thank you. I appreciate your support. He's so busy.
yeah. Was he being genuine about like offering us jobs? I heard it was really hard to get work in New York.
I mean, I don't see why he would say that. Well, maybe it is kind of like a, oh yeah, you can totally have a job here kind of thing, but like not really. You know, you kind of like offer it to people because you feel bad for them, but you don't actually mean it.
We're
That could
not
be
that desperate
something.
yet.
No, I don't think that we'll be that desperate for a long time. But I mean, I kind of want to go. I mean, I still kind of want to keep going out, you know? Like, I want to go explore. But
Yeah.
it'd be bad
We
to have, like...
can keep our options open.
Yeah. We still need to sightsee. Like, we've only been here for a couple of days. I want to see everything. I want to get irresponsible in, like, a hole in the wall. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like every decision we've made has been irresponsible, but I'm with you all the way.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
You did get a list, actually, from Hrishika earlier tonight of random assorted hotspots around this part of the city.
Oh, that was me. That was Lina.
Oh, from Lina, sorry.
Lina.
Yes.
I feel like, would Jude be doing, like, research on those?
Yes. Oh my god, absolutely. Jude, to very fondly reference a game that Dillin designed, I would say Jude is kind of Jamie's man in the chair. But with the iPhone, also sending messages to group chats. Jude has a lot of group chats that she's connected to that she often checks in on. Not like constantly on her phone, but just seems to be managing a lot of things at once. So she has been looking into some of these places.
Yeah. The team is on it. The team has dug into all of the places mentioned by Lina. And through a series of heavy debate, voting, and other means, your chat has decided that 2 places are the absolute coolest, need to be on your high priority to visit. One is a speakeasy, like a legit speakeasy, one that you need to know the password to, and the password changes every day, and you need to find that out to get inside and to the bottom. The downside is, and they've let you know this, once you're inside, no phones allowed. It is a legitimate put your phone in a basket sort of situation. The other is a head shop that also has a bar in the back. And this place is more described as more low-key in terms of like the clientele and things like that, but is very cool, has like lots of cool and interesting like merchandise, and lots of the people that do go there are pretty rad. So those are that's the two places that your chat has said top of the list.
Fuck yeah.
It's a Friday night.
It is a Friday night.
Jude. Jude leans over to Jamie and tilts the phone screen, sort of shows the two names and says, "We have a lot of options for places, but these two sound good for tomorrow. I mean, unless you want, I guess we do have all night, so."
That's true. We could, I mean, I'm down to keep going. We've got a long time.
Yeah. Let's keep the party going.
Hell yeah. Okay. I don't know if we should stay out of character. I don't know if we should stay at this place for plot reasons. Dillin?
You are not beholden to stay here. You may go wherever you like. I mean, like, if you leave New York, I'll be very panicked. But
That'd be amazing.
Don't. You can leave the bar. You can. The party has the energy that you set into motion has outgrown you. It is now a fully formed thing. Everyone else is spreading it around. You've sowed your seeds here. You can stay. You can just enjoy the vibes. You can move on to a new place. It's completely up to you.
I suppose it depends on, are we coming back tomorrow? Yeah. It's a good place to start, at least, like,
yeah,
pre-game.
These two other places, how far are they from this place? Are they downtown? Are they in Harlem?
They are in two different directions. One uptown, one downtown. Roughly in the same-ish amount of time.
Okay. So maybe the place that's closer to our apartment, we set that night aside, try and get the password.
Yes.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
That sounds like a good idea.
For sure. Cool. But the other place is a bit smaller, more low-key, some interesting things to peruse. Yeah. I would be down to wrap the night up with that.
Okay. Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sweet. All right, so you're headed to the head shop then.
Yeah.
Lena, if Lena sees the twins leaving, she'll kind of wave them down for a moment. Because the wife, I know everything the wife knows.
We have a neural link that connects us.
Will just for a moment as they're leaving, kind of wave them down. I saw you speaking to Gusto earlier. If you want to skip the line next time, just mention Gusto or Hrishika by hand. They'll let you in.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's
good
really
to
kind
know.
of you.
I see the effect you had on this club, so I don't doubt that Gusto won't. I'm forgetting the word for it. Fight on it. I can't remember the word. Oh no! Anyway.
Wait, say the sentence again?
Won't be against it.
Got it.
the effect that we had.
Yes. I come here often, obviously. And it's never grown as quickly as when you two are gathering the crowd.
Well, it was the vibe here. It was so helpful. It's easy to get a party going when you're in a really cool place, so it was great.
It is. Have fun wherever you're going next.
Thank you. We'll see you soon, I hope.
Good night.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.
The twins hopscotch out of here, and the club continues to rage on as ever. Hrishika, the vibe from staff is immaculate tonight. everyone is making money. Everyone is getting tipped. Everyone is having good vibes from their customers. And each time someone comes to you to tip out and close out, they're giving you extra. They are smiles on their faces. They are in the best moods. And the customers seem to be that way as well. It's just like a really great night here. Oh, Pooja, you're muted, my love.
Knew it was gonna happen. Yes, Hrishika is loving the vibes, and at one point, she will take a moment to make Lina a extremely special vodka mixed drink, and I guess keep an eye on the time it's been that Gusto's been gone.
Great. Speaking of which, Gusto, you head up to your room. Can you actually tell me and everyone what your room upstairs looks like in here?
Yeah, so as part of this sort of revitalized cathedral, Gusto has decided to, when they were reconstructing the building, decided to turn the upstairs into a more private facility. So that's primarily where Gusto lives. So this is primarily on the second floor and above, all the way up to the actual bell tower, which is his bedroom.
Upstairs, you're like the main area of your apartment is clear. Up into your bedroom, I mean, there was someone here last night. They left.
Yeah, I believe they left.
Yeah, they left when they realized that they slept for an entire day. Did not seem like their usual thing. So there's no one up here that you can recall. As you head up into the bell tower, however, you see a young woman in sort of drab-looking rags, almost. Looking like it's giving some peasant looks that she's got going on, and she is full leaned against the bell, trying to move it, and it is not going anywhere.
Gusto will approach carefully and say, ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás herido? Are you hurt? What's going on?
She's, oh, who's he talking to? God. And just continues to try to like.
Perdóname.
What?
Hola.
Huh?
What are you doing here?
You can see me? Shit. Okay. Look, I can't really explain. I'm trying to move the bell. You have a bell. I'm trying to move it.
Sure do have a bell. Why do you want to move it? Where are you trying to go to, huh?
It's just that I'm trying to practice moving heavier things.
Mm-hmm. Tell you what. Tell me what the fuck you're doing up here, and I'll let you go without any charges.
Oh my God. Oh, you're serious. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, arrest me. That sounds great. It goes back to like leaning heavy on this bell.
All right. I think you've had enough fun. And we'll like try and like shoo her away from the bell and like go back downstairs.
Yeah, you do like shooing motion as you get closer to her, and your just like fingertips just sort of sway through the visage of her. And at that moment, you realize she is a ghost.
¿Qué demonios? Fuck.
Yeah, hands me. I don't know why you can see me.
Maybe that would be a good starting line next time of, hey, I'm dead.
I haven't talked to anybody in a long time.
Okay. All right, and we'll go and close the door. We'll sit on the bed. What's your name?
And she kind of like gets lost for a second. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Vale. Okay. And you need to move the bell?
Oh yeah, well I'm practicing. Look, and she like sort of like does this motion with her hand, and like a pillow on your bed just like sort of lifts up into the air, and then falls back down. She's like, but that's like about it.
Sure. How many drinks did I have? Fuck.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm real. I'm like 110% sure I'm real.
Okay, but okay. Well.
Mm-hmm.
How about just a simple name for now until we figure out what you were. Bella? Is that good?
Oh, I love that actually.
You are very beautiful.
Oh, you're nice. That's nice.
Something akin to that. Más o menos. Listen, I'll be right back. I actually, full disclosure, I own this building, the Catedral, which it was a Catedral when you were here. See?
No, I just got here. Yeah, I like to, sorry, there's a storm, and I figured it would be a good time just in case I like rang the bell, you know, I try to like...
Okay, why do you want to ring the bell?
I want to be able to move things that are very large.
Okay, but why? ¿Por qué?
I don't know, I've been working on it for a really long time.
Okay, why do you need the bell?
It's very heavy.
Can't you just use a jalopy outside, some old lemon?
Then people would see a car moving down the street without...
Yeah, or they're gonna see a bell hovering over the side of 133rd.
I'm not trying to take it out of your bell tower, I'm just trying to ring it. I just want to like, you know, give it a good ring, a good push. Look, man, I don't know. I came here to ring this bell.
You just want to ring the bell?
I do. I really want to ring the bell. You got a real fucked up energy in this place, by the way. Is it always like this?
What the fuck does that mean?
It's just like, ooh, it's like there's a lot down there. There's a lot happening. I feel it like, I don't have feet technically, but I feel it in them.
All right. How about... Ay, Dios mío. If we ring the bell, what happens then? Are you done?
No. No, I have unfinished business.
Okay.
So I gotta like, you know, figure that out.
Okay.
I can leave you alone if you like.
It's too late for that. Fully
Okay.
too late.
I truly didn't expect anyone here to be able to see me.
Well, another one of my employees also saw you up here. So you may not be as secluded as you might imagine.
Oh, was she human? She probably didn't see me. She probably heard me, maybe. I did make a little bit of a racket before. I swear I almost rung it. It like moved a little bit, and the dongle, it waggled like a little.
Is that what you people called it back in the day, the dongle?
I don't know. I'm a little.
I don't know what else. I'm sure there's a word for it. I don't know.
There probably is a word for it.
I didn't pay much attention on Sundays. Hey, hey, God. Do I know Miranda is a vampire?
It's called a clapper.
Do you know who is a vampire?
The employee who told Hrishika?
Miranda is not a vampire.
But Miranda saw Bella?
Miranda just said she heard a racket upstairs.
Oh, she just heard something upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, she heard a racket upstairs. Yeah, she didn't see anything.
All right. Bueno. I'm going to be right back.
Mm-hmm.
And I will help you with the bell in a minute. Please do not, por favor, do not ring the bell until I'm back, okay?
You sure you don't want me to leave? I didn't really mean to
What is the significance of the bell? Do you know this?
It's big. It's heavy. I'm practicing. Have you ever lifted weights?
What are you practicing for?
Have you ever lifted weights? I can see that you do. You have a physique of some kind. And I understand that's a thing. You lift heavier things to get stronger arms. Except I don't have arms. I have whatever this is. So I'm trying to lift heavier things and move heavier things so that I can be stronger in my incorporealness.
All right. Let's just do this ahora. Okay?
Okay.
Right now. And Gusto will help ring the bell.
How is Gusto helping ring the bell? Is Gusto literally ringing, pushing on the bell?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that the original rope system that was probably required to do this is still in place.
Right.
It's
there's no
probably just
pulley.
no. The pulley is no longer long enough.
Yeah.
So fully, it's probably just shoving the bell.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. All right, so you do it together. You see that you are pushing on it, and so is she, and her hands, as she's shoving, it starts to move, and then hers go through, straight through it, and you continue to push it. The bell rings, and she looks defeated, and kind of deflated. It's well, thanks. I mean, the bell rang.
Cool.
Hrishika, downstairs, the fucking bell in the bell tower rings.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it does not ring. It's not supposed to. It does not, this is not church.
Yeah.
This is a nightclub.
How far is Lina from the bar?
Lina's probably still at the bar,
Hrishika will immediately look at you and say, "That's not supposed to happen. I gotta go upstairs."
Yeah. Yeah,
and
you should
Hrishika
go
will just
check
take
that out.
off.
Okay, you head upstairs. Twins, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. We're trying to get to a head shop. Are we
We're
there?
trying to get to a head shop. Yeah, it's not too far. It's a short little subway ride, or short little bus ride even if you want.
Do we know how to take the subway? Have we figured that out?
I don't think that we've fully figured out how to take the subway, but I think that we're doing it anyway.
Good. I'm really proud of you. So is your chat. They're
what
like, we'll pay for an
subway
Uber if
are
you
we on?
want. But when you're like, no, we're gonna take the subway, they're
Jimmy's like, no, we gotta take the subway.
And Jude's like, updates. Jamie doesn't know how to swipe or pay the toll.
Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
Careful with that.
You, with the help of your chat, they send you like highlighted pictures, downloaded subway maps, little like decorated, highlighted map lines to show you exactly where to go.
How do they know which hallway is which? I don't understand. They highlighted this one, but this looks like this one has the sign that we're supposed to go.
I
don't
think it's
understand.
supposed to be the one with the mural. They said they sent a picture of this mural.
There are two murals.
Yeah, they're exceedingly similar. The chat really is engaged in this with you and guide you as you head towards the head shop. Get Baked is it looks like a bakery from the front. There's little trays of muffins and brownies and donuts and stuff like that, placed pretty in the front. As soon as you look into the window, you do see
Thank
the
God, I was
rows
so hungry.
of bongs and assorted paraphernalias lining the
Whoa.
walls. And a couple of circular tables in the center.
I have to admit, I did not know what a head shop was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just
Bitch, me either.
I'm
yeah.
saying this as Alex, but also in character as Jude.
Oh,
to
great,
Jamie.
great, fantastic.
Me neither, but makes sense now, I guess. I heard a couple of people say it and I was wondering what is that? But this makes sense. Why do they call it a head shop? That confuses me.
Yeah, I don't. Is it some kind of pun about head in the clouds?
Being yeah, I don't know. Weird. Those brownies look great though.
They do. I am so starving. I mean, I'm not really. Can we have? Do you think
I don't
brownies?
Well, I don't know. We can try.
We could try.
Let's try it.
Okay. We go inside.
You go inside. A little bell rings because there is no one in the front of this place. The front of this place is dead empty. Through another panel in the wall, you see a bunch of hanging multicolored beads coming down on strings.
There's no
And
one in
from
here?
back there is where you hear all of the noise until a few minutes after the bell rings. A girl
In the
pops
time
out.
between when the bell rings and the girl pops out, can
Oh,
I
what do you want?
reach into a glass case and grab a brownie?
You absolutely can. Yeah,
I'm
100%.
keeping an eye out. I'm watching.
Yeah. People are slow to move in this place, so you have plenty of time.
I would
You grab a
love
brownie.
to grab a brownie and I break it in half and I give one to Jude and I shove it in my mouth.
You eat that fucking brownie.
We're on a time crunch.
It's delicious. It's
Oh,
so good. It's moist. It's beautiful. It's so chocolatey. There are little hints of whatever fucking nut you like the best is in there. It's so delicious. And as you're finishing up and swallowing the last piece, a girl pops through the beads. her previously beachy blonde hair is now flat and pin straight and in multicolored dye. But her face is the same.
Is it Sheila? Wait. Wait!
Wait!
Wait! It's her?
Yeah.
Her? What is she doing here?
It's, yeah.
James.
You!
It's
Hey, dudes,
you?
what can I get for you?
Dude.
You want like a brownie? You want like a... you looking to buy like a pipe,
How are
or
you?
do you want to come party in the back? Like we got...
We would
got a
love to
key.
come. We would love to come party. Yeah.
We would also... How... I thought
We
you
would love to party.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So like
Nice.
2 tickets for tonight. That's like, I don't know. You look pretty cool. We could do it for like 30. You good for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. She'll hand over a card. Do you...
Okay, sweet.
Have we met somewhere? You look so familiar. Staring intently into her face.
She looks at you like shrugs her shoulders. This is 100% the person you think it is. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And she looks back at you and goes, yeah, okay, 2 tickets. No, I don't think we've ever met before unless you like, you know, unless you come here often, in like the last like month or so.
First time.
We're
Mhm.
new.
Yeah. Anywho,
We're very new.
Yeah, brand new.
yeah, you okay?
I'm ready for a nice hangout. I'm ready to de-stress, you know? Take my mind off the day and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, that's like what this place is for.
Great. I'm so excited.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. All right, come on in the back. And she goes into the back, parts the beads. The lighting back here is darker, dimmer LED lights, kind of like giving little like glows of reds and blues. There's some mellow kind of music playing, very, very, very low. There's beanbags all over the floor. There's blankets all over the floor. There are people like sitting and chatting and drinking drinks and noshing on snacks, and they're all like kind of curled up in little like cubbies with each other. You know, it's a very cozy space.
Jude.
Yo, James, that's definitely her, right?
Yes. She doesn't recognize us at all.
You think it's because of the like hair dye, or
How could that possibly? It's not that much of a change.
I feel like we shouldn't like say something right now. We need
Why
to.
not?
There's a
feel like
lot
we
of
should-
people here.
That's a good point.
And we have a lot of questions, and she seems like, you know, she's hosting, so maybe she doesn't want to.
She immediately like goes to a dark corner and lights up.
Like, we gotta put some respect on this woman's
Yeah,
job.
she seems like she's really busy hosting. Excuse me, do you know what her name is? And Jamie's gonna just speak to some rando and point towards
A guy with the reddest whites you've ever seen. Says like, yes, that's Keely.
Kaylee?
Haley.
Keely, yeah.
Keely.
Yeah.
Haley.
That wasn't what she was going by before. Thank you. Let's find a corner to sit in.
Okay.
She's like,
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
come on over.
Yeah, okay.
Hey.
Yeah. Sit down.
Great.
Hi.
Yay.
I did ask for your name from someone else. I heard it was Keely. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. It's something I'm trying on, you know. I like to.
That's
Oh.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we get that vibe. I'm
We do.
Jamie.
Yeah.
This is
Jude.
Jude.
Oh, it's so super nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet
It's
you too.
really nice.
Wow.
To meet you, yeah.
Yeah. You've
I'm
only been
sorry,
running this place for a month?
Yeah. And she goes, guys, it's me.
Yeah. Yes, it is you. It's us. It is also us.
Yes, it's us.
You so you knew the entire time. Were you just like joking? Was it a joke?
You were just
Yeah, well,
messing with us.
you looked like you were doing like a whole like, you know, new identities thing, and I didn't want to like ruin your confidence. I wanted to make sure you knew that like you looked so different, you know, that like I couldn't even recognize you, but like I like made you, so I can tell like pretty much whenever.
Oh, well, okay. I feel
That's
better.
nice of you. I do feel better. We have a lot of questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you just-
shoot.
You just
Go for
kind of left after you know, we kind of woke up and you were gone.
Oh, yeah. Did you not get my note? I swear I left a note. But that's sort of
We
like
see a note?
What did the note
Was there a note?
say?
I think I forgot to leave it. I
Okay.
might have forgotten to leave it. I remember
Well-
I planned to leave a note, but I just didn't. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that
it's-
makes sense.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
What would the note have said?
Yeah, what?
Oh, what is that like? You know, later, dudes. Congratulations on like not being dead. And I don't know. You know, like in hindsight, I could have like left you some instructions. I did not. We don't really do that. Like where I come from, we just sort of like, it's sort of like a you know, make them and leave sort of thing. But you know,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's good to have context. It is.
Yeah.
It's good to have context.
That helps a lot.
Well, like I
Yeah.
can like try to help, you know, if you like want help. It seems like you're doing a great job.
Well,
That's nice of you to say.
yeah.
We
that's
would
really
love
nice.
some help.
Sure.
Kind of how to do this.
Like my stomach kind of feels hollow and windy all the time.
No. Yeah.
And also there's this thing. And she sticks her tongue out and it sort of like forks a little bit and like flicks in and out a few times.
That didn't happen to me.
Yeah, I don't have that.
know where
that
came
that's
from.
pretty fucking rad though. You should absolutely do that at parties. You should do that at every party you go to.
Is that?
That's what I heard
also-
earlier tonight.
Also, one of my questions, just kind of like how are we supposed to like talk about it? Is this a thing that we talk about? And just kind of do?
Are there group chats for this?
You know
Support
what?
Groups.
Like, there kind of are, but they're fucked up. So I don't go to those. They're a little bit wild, and the kinds of like vampires that go to those things are, I don't know, they're like usually have some sort of like mind for politics and like power and stuff like that, and it's all a real drag, and like I don't really do any of that. It's just too exhausting. So for me, I don't know, I just sort of like chill here and like hang out with my buds, and you know, they don't seem to care.
Are some of these guys like us?
And she looks out and she goes, anybody hear a vampire? And like all of the people sitting around like kind of like look up, and like there's a pause. No.
Oh, so it's just, it's that easy. You can just say it and it's not a problem.
I wouldn't really like recommend doing that like most of the time. It's just that like folks tend to, like you saw, like folks tend to just like me a lot.
Oh,
and they like
you seem very likable.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
Oh,
nobody panic. Everything's fine.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
My twin died. I thought that wasn't supposed to happen.
There he is. And she's just like, but you know, like, you know, with caution. I mean, you guys have my blood, so like you probably have like a little bit of that. Have you noticed like people like tend to just really like your vibes, dig your energy?
Yeah.
All that?
Yeah, actually.
I
Me
guess,
more James than me, but
I mean, you too. You have a lot of friends. You were like holding it down back at the club. Oh my god. Are there?
I've been working on it.
I mean, are there people that we can like? Are there other people we can talk to? Because I don't want to cause a problem if you're busy or if you're not really into that kind of thing. You know?
No.
We can talk to someone else.
Oh my god. No. You know what? This will be fun. Hold on. I've just been... Sorry, I panicked back there. You know, everything was getting real dicey and you were in real trouble, and I just figured I felt kind of responsible for the whole thing. You know, the whole
Dude just
situation.
shoots a look at Jamie that says she was, and then looks back.
So I just felt like it was my responsibility to like not let you die totally. So I stopped you from dying, and then I kind of felt like, you know, the job was done. But respectfully, seeing you here now and hearing your voices, I do realize that I did sort of you know, drop the proverbial ball. So I get it. So I can try
the country.
To be, I could totally be
in
like
sunny California. There's a lot of sun there.
There is.
Yeah, I could totally like be like a mentor, a teacher, a parent. No, I don't like that. But like I could totally teach you like how to vampire good and stuff. I got you.
I would love that, actually.
Yeah.
That sounds really great. That sounds really great.
Have you eaten?
Not recently.
Have we? I don't think we have.
Not recently.
Not recently.
No. Yeah, sort of waking up was kind of I would call it maybe like sort of like a Kesha-like experience, if you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the equivalent, I would say. Best touchstone I can really think of.
She looked like off in the distance, like fondly, and she's like, yeah, that's what it was like for me too. I remember. Yeah.
It was a little messy, but it got us across,
yeah,
the country. So
the bottle of Jack ran out a couple of states ago, though. So
yeah,
and he's not coming back.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the plan. Let's get something to eat, and then I'll like show you, what I like to do.
it's not easy. You know places, people.
Places. Oh, yeah. She's like, James, me and my friends are hungry. And James is like, oh, yeah, whatever you need. And comes and sits right next to you and is like, completely ready.
You just... Are they gonna say anything?
I mean, if you like want to talk, you can. James is pretty cool.
I mean, will they tell someone?
No, our people love us.
Okay.
They love you. Do they love you like our people loved you?
Yeah, like Dad loved you, or is it like...
So far, no. But I tend to usually move along much sooner than I did last time. It seems like, everything's like all cool and like people just really love us. But then, I don't know, humans, they sort of, they always take everything too far. Like, I don't know. But for right now, everything's really chill. And we're just like hanging out. And sometimes drinking blood from each other. It's no big deal.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, Jamie will take a wrist.
Yeah. And James is like, super nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Jude waits for Jamie to go first and like watches, and then
You're gonna make me go first?
yeah.
Can we do it?
I don't want to. Should we do it at the? No, yeah, let's do it at the same. Jude grabs
Okay,
James'
you have to do it at the
wrist.
same time. Okay, 1,
Okay. Okay.
One.
All right.
2.
3, James says also. James is in on the countdown.
And I don't think it's very clean. I think it's a little messy. I don't think I've had a lot of practice.
It's a little messy. Keely is like,
we don't have any technique.
I will work on that. Okay. And Keely has waits a few beats and then taps you both and is like, okay, all right, that's good. Enough. James,
Is there anything we have to roll to resist bloodlust or anything like that?
for right now, because you have Keely here with you, who is watching over you, I
Our
will
dad.
not. Yeah. And she kind of gives James a pat on the bottom as he scrams to go eat some snacks. And she's like,
Thank you.
good.
Thank
He's like,
you.
yeah, all right. I don't know, no problem. She's like, good job.
You can
Sweet.
just do that.
Oh, we can. Yeah. Oh yeah. The washroom is is just back there.
Hey,
we
you
will
should
work
probably
on that.
Get me on my
I have it. It's well, I mean, I'm glad I wore a red shirt, you know.
There's like you don't want to like fight. You gotta like it's a whole there's a whole thing. You can be less messy.
The tongue comes out of his mouth and like
wow. Okay, that is cool though. Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
I'm gonna go wash up.
And what was that?
I'm gonna go wash up.
You go wash up. As you do, I would like to revisit Hrishika and Lina. What's going on with the rest of your night?
Can we also can we take a break at some point? I have to pee so bad.
Yeah. Can you track? Oh yeah, let's take a break. Let's go. Let's go take a break. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, let's a great place to take a break.
Break.
I gotta pee. Okay,
all right.
We'll be back.
Okay. Bye. We'll be back. a break. I hope you did too. But we're gonna jump back in and play more of this game. Pooja, Hrishika had been watching the clock for how long Gusto was up top. And the bell just rung. So then that was your sign, I suppose. Yeah, because as soon as the bell rang, Hrishika told Lina, I gotta go upstairs. And I think Lina was following her, but Hrishika's in a full sprint up the stairs to the Belfry. What? The bell.
Sure, why not? Lina will follow. Lina's useless, but she'll follow.
You follow. Okay.
You inspire me by your presence.
Incredible. You head up there. Let me just make sure of something. Good. Great. You both head up and see Gusto. Gusto, what are you doing up there?
Well, you know, just pushing a bell.
Yeah, just pushing the bell. You probably know that seeing ghosts is not a thing all vampires can do. You're probably well aware of this fact, and you're probably aware that I think Hrishika does not have this particular ability. I do not believe Lina does either. So you two walk upstairs and just see Gusto just hanging out, pushing a bell.
You okay, Hefe? The fuck's going on?
Huh? It's nothing. Just making sure this works.
You drunk?
Nice one.
Why would I be drunk? I've only had like 2 drinks of Bacardi. That's nothing.
I don't know. You're fucking around with the bell in the middle of the night. It seems like a drunk thing to do.
It's not a super drunk thing to do.
It's not a you thing to do. Leaving the floor like that.
Hrishika, I'm devastated. You don't think I take interest in the very building that I procured?
No, I just don't think you run off in the middle of the night to ring a bell on a whim. What's going on?
Well, you know what? Whatever Miranda heard up here, that was just the bell kind of knocking around. It was probably from the storm outside, and you know, just wanted to make sure it still works. So, gonna just be up here a little bit for just to ring this bell.
Good.
So, you're not dying.
Nope.
Blink twice if you're in trouble.
Nope, I'm good.
Bella breathes a sigh of relief.
I'm just saying.
Is there like...
Sounds legit to me. Okay.
Todo bien.
Is there like a roll that I can make where I'm just like looking around like, what the fuck? I probably won't do anything, but...
if you would like to, you can make a perception occult if you feel like you're like suspicious in that way.
I'll do it because I have it. I have one in occult.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. I am not a perceptive person. Okay, that's 2 out of 3 successes.
With 2 out of 3, basically this situation is reminiscent of people dealing with like the supernatural. Gusto's a little like panicky, kind of like coming up with ideas off the cuff. There's no one up here, but people heard sounds. But you can't really pinpoint exactly what, and you definitely can't see anything that looks out of place or you know, supernatural here in this room.
Gusto's like in front of the bell, just like.
No, I mean, come on. Like, Hrishika's dumb, but like you're pushing it.
Yeah.
So you came up to inspect noise and then made
Just want to make more noise. Yep.
Hey, Gusto, in all the time Hrishika's known you, have you ever rung the bell?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Gusto, I don't know you well enough to call you a liar, but I know from Hrishika that you've never rung the bell. But your business is your business, so we can go back downstairs.
Just before we go, this doesn't have anything to do with your little meeting earlier, right? Everything okay on that front?
Oh, with Ira? No. Está bien.
Okay, so you just had a meeting.
We are going to need heightened security for the next few days.
What?
We're going to need heightened security according to Ira, so.
Okay, so you have a meeting with Ira, need more security, decide to fuck around in the middle of the night and ring a bell you've never rung. But everything is A-okay. Cool. Alright, let's go. Time to go downstairs.
Love a bitch who knows when to say, not my business.
Yeah.
You deal with your shit, Loco.
Okay. You know what? Maybe he's just got to ring the bell. maybe
I think
he just got to ring a bell.
Don't interrupt him.
People work things out in weird ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hrishika will like grab Lita's hand to like just begin dragging her back down the stairs, but like Lita, like kind of being dragged away, will turn back and just be like, if you need any help, just let us know. It's
a little gay.
Don't do anything weird.
Hey, Lee.
Unless it turns you on.
They descend back down, and Bella is like, "Great job."
He's a fucking Cristo. Okay, so I still don't understand what the fuck you're doing.
I'm just trying to get strong.
Why do you need to be strong?
Well, because I'm dead and I can't touch anything. You're dead. I'm also dead. I'm dead
Yeah,
worse than you.
we're two different kinds of dead.
Yeah. I can like not touch anything or affect anything or be seen by anybody, unless I
You
like
need like
focus really hard.
a vessel or something. Like
No. Oh no. I don't think I can do that yet.
okay, so we're gonna graduate to vessel. Right now, you just need to learn how to.
Right now, I just need to learn how to lift heavy stuff, because I want to be able to move things and work the world around me again, like I used to be able to.
Okay, all right. You move the world around you like you used to?
Yeah, like when I was alive. I get like.
What did you do when you were alive?
She gets that same faraway look.
Oh.
Oh.
You're clearly muy importante.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I was.
All right.
Yeah.
If I help you,
Mm-hmm.
what's in it for me?
That's a good question. Well,
We're both dead. It's equal.
well, you got some, like I said, really fucked up energy in your bar tonight.
What is that? Okay.
And
Is it me?
no, you seem cool.
So okay. So it's not like I've worked on that for a long time to like be a healthier like presence in the club. You know, not so aggressive. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, you seem fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely not you. It's a lot. There's a lot of noise in here, and
Here?
yeah, and downstairs, down there. There's a lot of noise.
What kind of noise?
Like spiritual noise, like otherworldly presence noise. I
Like
guess
other dead people or just like bad juju?
I think it's a bad energy.
Okay, bad juju.
Mm-hmm.
Brujeria, cool. Love that. Okay. Well, do you want to try the bell one more time? And then
I do.
Okay, let's try the bell one more time. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna take a break.
Okay, great. Good.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
And we'll text Hrishika. Gonna be up here trying to ring the bell for a while. Can you man the bar? Sends that off. And then we'll text Ira. Oh my fucking god, there's a ghost. Help. What do I do? Help.
You do get a text back from Ira pretty quickly, which has not happened in a while. And oh, hi Raiders, thank you for being here. It's question mark, like exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, like sorry, what? And very confused, but shorthand. That's a quick message.
Okay, we'll bring it up next time. And then does Hrishika text back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we'll put the phone down. All right, Bella.
All right.
¿Estás listo?
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A la count of tres. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll and just push. Do I need to do a strength check?
Are you doing a lot of pushing here? Like you're like physically moving the bell?
Yes.
Yeah, make me a strength check.
Okay. Strength or athletics?
I mean, it's gonna be like a strength. It's gonna be strength plus athletics.
Strength plus athletics? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we got. Okay, that's no successes, 2 crit fails. How's that go?
It goes well. Because you can actually tell me how Gusto fumbles the bell first.
Okay. I'm gonna say with 2 crit fails,
Mm-hmm.
Gusto puts like all of his energy behind it, just like swing it forward, and it like fully like chimes like doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom, and like is like fully going to like start like gaining momentum, and then will like fall out of place and like fall out of the building.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, if I may amend that just
Is that
slightly.
if that do what you want? That is my
Just
suggestion.
slightly. So the bell does start to toll, like completely harrowingly, is fully ringing in the building, begins to crack around the foundation, and you hear Bella just go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And she panics, and in a moment of panic, reaches and grabs at the bell, and it stops. She's like, oh, fuck, I did it.
Okay.
And then she loses it, and it kind of comes to an unimpressive halt, but slips through her fingers. I lost it. Okay, but that's progress.
There we go. See? We're in.
Yeah.
We're good.
I like to think when this bell rings again, Lina just turns to Hrishika and just says, maybe he's having his centennial crisis.
Yes. Everyone deserves a nervous breakdown every now and then.
Yeah.
Hey, ringing a bell is better than what my last one looked like.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
You know. Listen, we let him ring the bell, but if he ends up, too high on the bloodshed list, maybe we pull him back a little bit.
Sounds like a plan.
Speaking of the two of you, it is getting into the wee hours. Do you have any plans before the end of the night, going into morning?
Well, I think normally when Lina comes to the club, Hrishika lets Lina decide what to do afterwards, since they spent so much of the evening doing Rishika's things, so now it's Lina hours before bedtime,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, oh jeez. Once, if the club is like closing off, we'll just kind of sit by and let Hrishika like do her things before maybe heading off, and kind of doing some like just calm strolls in the park before heading home before sunrise.
Yeah. Yeah. Some arm in arm strolls in a park
Yeah.
as you walk home. Is it still raining?
Yeah. It's still storming out pretty bad.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot it was storming. Never mind.
It's okay. No, I think because it's a nightclub and because people were getting lit, inevitably people have forgotten umbrellas at
they have.
umbrella checkpoint. So Hrishika's just gonna grab a giant one. Unfortunately, Lina will have to hold it, because if Hrishika held it, it would hit you in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lina will tell Hrishika about her day. Will mention that there was this strange young man in my class today. Just took notes. I've never seen him in my class before, but
Strange because he was auditing, or strange?
it is not the typical auditing I get in my class.
Do you need me to take care of him?
No, but if he gets too annoying, I might let you have your fun.
Okay. Yeah, it's always fun to teach lessons. Are you worried about him?
No. Trust me. Nothing really makes me worried anymore, aside from my mother.
About that? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
I guess today at this point. What's the plan?
I don't know. She just messaged me. It's been... Oh gosh, I think it's been about 75 years at this point, so it's a bit longer than usual.
Babe, I love you, but, you know, at some point you really should say you can't just show up in my life like this unannounced, Mother. That's not cool. You know, like, set some boundaries.
Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we can have the talk and she'll finally understand that you're with me permanently and that I'm sure about this, that I don't want anything more than what I have right now.
Wait, is that why she wants to meet? Oh god, I was hoping it was something different.
She was hinting at it last time, that she wanted me to be more involved in politics.
Ew.
So I'm assuming that this time it's going to be a bit more straightforward. So
Well, what do you want me to be tomorrow? Like, do you want me to be polite? Do you want me to tell her to back off if she gets too pushy? Like, what do you need from me on this one?
I think I just need support, maybe. I'll be fine. I've handled her for this long, and it shouldn't be too different, hopefully. If I need her slapped, I will definitely ask you to do it, but...
Okay, you know, like, hey, if we play this right, she'll just go away, and we can go on with our lives. And hopefully not see her for another century.
Hope so.
And hey, if all else fails and you need me to bail you out, I could just call her mother again.
That was quite entertaining. I will never forget that. Her face. Gosh.
So good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll bring wine. You know, just drown yourself in a cup a little bit if you need to. It'll be good. I mean, I will be because it's dinner with your mom, but you know.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Everything's okay with you.
But hey, are you hungry? When'd you last eat?
Perhaps a few days ago, but
We should probably eat before she gets here.
yes, don't want to be hangry when she gets here.
Are you trying to do that tonight?
I don't know. I think maybe we save that for the beginning of the night tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I think we have to go home and be gay. So
Yeah, go home and
Yes.
be gay. Great. I support you. You go home and you be gay. Gusto.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. After a while, Bella is just like, Sweet. Okay. Progress. Great. Excellent. Sorry about that, by the way.
And you just had to ring that bell, huh?
I really had to ring that bell. I can practice somewhere else from now on. It looked like a very tempting bell to ring.
If you go to St. Paul's down the road, I bet they'll enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that.
Give those Baptists the good old ring-a-ding-ding.
Yeah. And she just
Oh no.
goes completely invisible, out of sight.
Oh, Father Jackson doesn't actually deserve this. I didn't. Oh no.
You will then get a text on your phone. From Myra. Like,
Okay.
I'm here. I'm outside.
Okay, cool. Well, run downstairs. Putting on the Gusto.
Mhm.
And just maneuvering through the crowd to just get by, and if people say hi, Gusto's like, "Hola, bien."
Everybody, there's a couple of like cheek kisses on your way from different like customers and bartenders and stuff like that.
Gracias.
Yeah. And you run outside. Ira does not look better. Does not look like he has eaten anything. And is just like, I'm sorry. You said there was a ghost.
There was a ghost.
Okay. Are
Okay.
you all right?
She was exceedingly nice.
Oh.
No. No.
No, sorry,
No. A thought for later. But yeah, I saw a ghost. Do you see ghosts? Is that a thing?
only when they
Also,
want me to. I
Diesel.
cannot see them. What?
Necesita comer.
Yeah.
Do you need some from me? I don't know if that's how that works. Do you need like an emergency reserve or something?
I just I came because I thought maybe you might be in trouble, so I left. I might be kind of screwed, but
What?
But it's fine.
We need to get you some blood, okay? If you need to drink mine, I don't know if that'll do, but
won't hurt.
How about and we'll like lift up his tank so that way he can still stay hidden.
All right. I guess it's pretty bad.
I call you Tiso, but Jesus.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Again.
Just do what you gotta do.
Okay. He does. He takes very little and looks marginally better, just enough where that he does not look like he is on the verge of collapse, and stops there. And he will okay, if the ghost comes back, just, you know, be wary. They can be.
She asked me to ring the bell. I don't know if you heard that, but...
Well, I heard that on my way here. It was ringing. Did she do that?
Well, I helped her do it. She was very insistent.
Okay. Maybe that's what her unfinished business is, to ring a bell? That doesn't seem right.
She said she wanted to get stronger.
Okay, see, this is what I worry about.
I don't know about anything about ghosts, but she said I had good gains, and I was like, thanks. Let's get yours up.
See, ghosts want to get stronger so that they can move things physically. Then, you know, it could be nothing, but that could be something.
Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, I can run over to St. Paul's right now and try and get her again.
As you say this, you hear the bell across town ring out hours before it should. I guess she's getting stronger.
Do you want me to run and get her, or?
No.
Okay.
Just,
right.
You know, be careful.
Sorry.
I'm worried. That's all.
Sorry for dragging you out here again.
That's all right. Unfortunately, I did not do what I was meant to tonight. So tomorrow, I will be at some sort of... There is a party of some kind. It's being thrown by several coteries. It is meant to be the talk of the town.
VIP?
Very much so. If you'd like to go.
Vampire in person.
Ira, I've told you. Okay. I don't want to get involved in any of your politicky little games that y'all like to play. Okay? That was the whole point of me turning, right? We were just gonna do what we were doing. Right? I'm
I only ask because it is a party. It's...
Damn, you make a very good point.
I know I do.
But is it like a fun party, or is it like a pinkies out, teacups party?
This will be a very above our usual pay grade. However, we can get a little out of control. We want to.
You're a bad influence, Tiso.
I always have been.
All right. I'll see if Hrishika can work tomorrow.
All right. I'll come meet you here. You have a good night?
You gotta tell me right now this is a date.
It's always a date.
All right. Adios.
And he scrams. Twins, you've just eaten your fill. You're feeling alive. You're feeling strong and energetic, and all of the energy that you spent at that club is just like it's refilled. It's back within you. And Keely,
my nipples are so hard right now.
Great. Awesome. Sick.
My tongue is so long.
Okay.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
This is a gay stream.
Yeah. This is
Gay here.
Yeah, it's gay here. Hey, so we should like bond, right?
Yes.
You want to bond?
I feel like I could, like, I feel like I can just feel everything. Like, I can feel the air. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I totally feel that.
Are there any cool spots like underground?
Yeah, there's a ton of cool spots underground. Bro, are you kidding?
I look towards
There's
you,
like,
like, you want to go underground?
Quiet spots.
Yeah.
I want to listen right now. Like, I want to listen really hard.
We can listen. Yeah, totally. I have just the place. She's gonna be like, "Hey, dudes, you mind closing up?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Does this place even make a profit? Do they even turn a profit, or do they just lose everything?
There's no way. There's no way that
The only
there's
person who needs
even
to profit
you haven't not
is the
seen a
surfer
cash
vampire.
register or anything that looks like a cash register.
Oh my God.
This is
And we
completely
steal another brownie on the way out. What do you put in those, by the way? They're so good.
Oh yeah, I just like totally make it up as I go. Yeah, it's not great for the humans, but like we can pretty much fuck with whatever.
Oh,
is she just throwing like the entire plant into the butter?
All right, look, the first batch that I made, I did not realize that you had to like make it in the butter. I just put it in.
Wait,
there's like little broccoli florets like in the middle of the brownie pieces.
There were drugs in the brownie?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that would kind of explain it.
Oh, wait, actually, if you drink a human with drugs in their system, do you get the like?
Much better than trying to do them yourself. Like if we eat this is like barely anything, it's like almost nothing. And like drinking like takes forever. But like, yeah, no, if you like drank a drunk human, fuck, it's the best. It's so good.
I'm learning so much already.
Yeah, it's great. That's why like it's like really fun to like get everybody high and then just, you know,
yeah,
chow down, you know?
Yeah.
How do we get down there?
Oh yeah. Okay, follow me. She like leads you out. So say again, you want to go underground someplace good, quiet, where we can listen, right?
Well, just show us something that you do.
Oh yeah, I'll take you to my favorite spot, 100%. Let's go. And she takes you down into the subway and onto the subway platform, and then waits for like the last straggling person on the subway platform to board their train. It's like, okay, let's go. And hops down onto the tracks to lead you down into the actual like inner tubing of the subway. Down like,
Oh, wow.
like pretty far in. I'll give you a like little look at where she brings you. I think that should work, hopefully. Basically it's like pretty deep inside, like at a little bit of a crossroads where the subway tracks like split to go in different directions. It's a little bit like dim and well lit, but you can hear the sounds of like the busying street up top, even though it feels kind of far away. If you stay quiet, you can really hear it. You can hear to your right the sounds of the next station over, like the trains heeling to a stop. From the other side, you can hear people kind of piling in for the early morning shifts of work, like just people mulling about, talking on their phones, quiet crowds. And you can hear all of these different things in all these different directions. However, it still feels quiet in here because they're all pretty far away.
This is neat.
Yeah, I really like it down here.
Do these go everywhere?
Yeah, pretty much. Wherever they don't go, there's buses up top. I don't really, it's funny, I don't really take the subway. Because, you know.
We took it earlier today and there are so many hallways.
Yeah,
It was very confusing.
People were really helpful though, so that was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, people just tend to like comp my taxis and stuff.
Yeah.
We could probably figure that out. I could probably figure that out, I think.
I am so sure you could. I totally believe in you. You've got this.
Yeah, Jude's got so
Thanks.
many people who she talks to like every single day. She's got group chats of people who we knew before. Like, totally manages so many folks. Like, you can definitely do it, Jude. You already do it.
That's so awesome. Quick question, quick little cue. Are any of them, you said you knew them before, are they like any of your you-know-who's like friends? Because they're pretty intense.
So they kind of switched their focus a little bit to point to Jamie.
To you.
Us.
Fantastic.
To us, yeah.
Okay, great. We need to be like, I don't know, 200% closer. ASAP. Because, I don't know, I feel like I need to keep an eye on that. And I'm not really that good at that. So, like, what if we did a little bit of like, like, sire kin bonding, you know, like a little bit of like a bonding activity, a little bit of an exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
What are we doing?
Okay, sweet. So like, okay, I just had a really funny idea. So
Out of character. I'm so terrified of what's happening right now.
I have a sneaking suspicion we're about to get an invite.
Okay, so there's this like really bougie party tomorrow for like the fancy ass fucking vampires. You want to fucking crash it? You want to prank it? Do you want to prank the bougie vampires?
That sounds
Oh, please say
incredibly dangerous.
Oh no, we'll be totally fine. It'll just be a little like a tiny little prank.
No. I mean, it's New York, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. That sounds. These are the ones that are like really political and like gross.
Yeah, like so fancy for like no reason. I hear that they like they just like
Why
have
would
like
you
all of these
spend an
rituals and
eternity
stuff.
being fancy when you could spend an eternity being punk?
Exactly. Oh my god, I did make you. I made you so much. This is so perfect. Yeah, let's
Forever 21, baby.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna formulate a plan. We're gonna get some rest, and then we're gonna formulate a plan. We're gonna prank these bitches. We're gonna prank them so hard. It's gonna be so awesome.
So excited.
They're gonna rue the day. I don't know what that means, but they're gonna rue it.
This is gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that we found you. I thought it was gonna take forever.
Yeah, well, like I kind of like I did want you to find me, but like,
is that something you can do? Just will us
call us?
Maybe? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I might have to ask around. I'm not sure how that works, but you two, I didn't make anybody before you, so this is kind of new to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So we're just like like a family, kind of.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kind of like a family. Yeah.
Are we a family? Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's get some rest. We can saddle up here if you want.
Yeah, we have an apartment that we bought. If you want,
you have an apartment?
Yeah,
yeah.
You remember like all the cash left over from like the?
Oh yeah, you had like cult money.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a good amount of money.
I mean, I don't know if it was really a cult necessarily.
Yeah, but like we have like life savings
But
money.
We do have cult money.
Yeah. Well, sick. All right, let's go check out your sweet apartment, and then we'll get a plan in place tomorrow.
Okay, but don't be like too. It's still, we're waiting for it to be furnished. It's supposed to happen within the next couple of nights or so. But it's pretty cool. It's got a cool skyline kind of view. It's very interesting.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just
And
gonna sleep
blinds.
like
It's got
hanging
good
from the wall,
blinds.
from the ceiling. It'll be no big deal.
Oh, cool.
Do you do
I'm
that?
kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm just joshing. I'll sleep on the floor. It's no big deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sick, we could do
it's all
that.
good.
I wasn't sure if we could. Cool.
Yeah.
Jude's gonna hang back for a minute when Keely like walks ahead and
Mhm.
listen to the sounds a little more. Put her arm around her twin and just like lean over and say, "This is a really big city."
I know.
Okay. Mm,
It's great.
it's gonna be okay.
All right. And Hrishika and Lina, you get home at the end of your night.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you do before taking your day's rest? Besides
Besides, that's just a permanent trait.
Yeah.
Hrishika will text Gusto quickly and be like, "Hope you're not actually having a meltdown, Hefe, but if you are, I'm here for you. Except for tomorrow night. Wish me luck."
What? I need you tomorrow night. It's Saturday.
I told you I had dinner with Lina's family. I can't miss that.
Fuck.
The club will be
Okay.
fine without us, right?
I am going to a meeting.
It'll be fine.
Going to a meeting. So I just need someone to man the Belfry.
All right, I'll get Augie to take over.
Augie question mark? Thinky face.
Listen, he's really good about security.
Better safe than sorry.
Maybe give Miranda the bar?
I'll text Miranda.
Alright.
And then we'll text Miranda, yeah.
Oh, Miranda's gonna call sick. Oh no!
I just threw Miranda under the bus.
You
Oh,
sure did.
Listen, you know? She'll get a lot in tips. It'll be fine.
All right. So you all turn in your respective places for the day. You all spend a blood point to stay alive.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So do we just take an X off
Yeah.
our blood pool, or
Yeah.
thing. Got it. Got it.
Oh. Oh no! What did I do? I got rid of all of them. I'm dead.
That's it. Lena dead. Lena died.
Lina just drops dead.
Perfect. No.
Yeah.
No, unless you get Hrishika to go rage murder everybody.
Yeah.
Love a vengeful
How do you
wife.
remove a blood point?
Hmm?
How do you
Click
remove
on-
a blood point?
Click on
Click
the
on the
one.
number, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, got it.
Yeah, don't do what I did and just click at the X right at the front.
No, don't do that.
that gets rid of
That
all of
won't
them.
work. That won't work. You spend your blood point to stay alive through the night. And we open with Bella wandering through the streets of New York City in the early hours of the morning, finding herself a path to Lina and Hrishika's apartment and staring quizzically at the door. And that is where we will end.
What?
Bella likes a show.
Bella's trying to get over her comp pet, okay? She's trying to get over it. She was strictly straight when she was alive, and now she's coming to terms with her lesbianism in the afterlife. It's fine.
Bella met Gusto and was like, you know what? Actually, not this.
Actually, I changed my mind.
I think that instead I'd like to go this way.
Listen,
God.
Bella, Hrishika, and Lina, and experience their power.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh no!
I would like everybody to take 2 experience points for showing up. And I would like you to take 2 experience points also for fucking good role play.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Wait, where do we put down our experience points? Just in the experience tab?
Yep. That's where that'll come.
Okay.
I am doubling it because we are only playing a long shot campaign, and I want people to be able to spend some points and get a little beefier at some point.
Right.
A little more myself.
A little more.
I'm gonna put one in the occult.
How is it that you can see ghosts? I thought that you had to have a specific thing for that.
Yes. So my character has auspex, which is being able to like see or like have heightened senses. So
That's
Yeah.
tight.
Gusto can like raise one of any of his 5 senses to just be super high, and then can also just see ghosts.
Very spicy. I put all of my points into having a sexy forked tongue, and I think that's
You
the only
did.
thing that I'm going to need in this campaign.
Yeah, no, that's all you need. That's it. That's the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle.
Well, this has been wonderful. What should we do for the end of this, Dylan? What would you like
We
to
have
do?
some shout outs.
I think we should say who we are and how cool we are, and then I think we should maybe do a little raid if we can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look for someone to raid.
Okay. I will say hi. I've been Super Dillin or Dillin, she, he, and they pronouns, and I've been a storyteller tonight. But that's not anything. Pooja, who are you?
Somewhat in disagreement with you, because that is indeed a lot of things, because our storyteller is wonderful and we love him. I am Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at Pooja and at Pujabberwocky everywhere else on the internet, because I'm not an early adopter everywhere. You can find me all over the internet this April, because it is the month of overscheduling. So, the soonest thing you'll see me in is this Saturday on Strange Hunkers with, some of my fellers over here. Playing a horror D&D campaign DM'd by the wonderful Alex. No, seriously. The world they've created, amazing. We love it. And, yeah, you just go to my link tree. You'll find out everything about where I am. I don't want to bore y'all. So I hope to see y'all around.
Phenomenal. Depth. Hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm Depth. I go by they them pronouns, and you can find me everywhere at Chaotic Bunny. If it's a thing, I'll be there. I am in the other show, long-running show here on TotalPartyKiss, a Greek mythos campaign, Tragedy of Theologian, where I play a little angsty rogue cleric as well. And that's on Sundays at 8 p.m. EST. And yeah, I also have lots of things in the works, so stay tuned, I guess.
Amazing. You're amazing. You're my favorite. Andre, hi.
Hello, my name is Andre. You can find me at Andre Rivera Art on Twitter, and also at andrerivera.art, which is my portfolio website if you want to check out what I do for illustrations. You can commission me if you message me on Twitter or Discord, whatever's easiest, or email. You can also find me on Sundays on Tragedy Theologian alongside Depth and Sloan, where I play Kashmir, the Wild Magic Minotaur Barbarian, who's having a bad time. A real rough time right now. And every other Wednesday on the Welcome In on the Atlas with Dillin, where I play Theriac, Raxlight biohacker in a Starfinder campaign that rips.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's very good. Hell yeah. Sloan.
Hello! I'm going to do a couple of things here while it's my turn. First of all, we're not going to be streaming next week because we've got PAX East. So we are skipping a week. You'll find us next Thursday. Second, we are going to raid the Saving Throw show after this. They're doing a playthrough of the Dark Souls RPG, doing a Learn to Play, and our friend, the very cool Gabe Hicks is there, so
yeah,
gotta give some claps. Other than that, music tonight has been from Epidemic Sound, so if you're interested in that, you can go there. And also, hi, my name is Sloan, aka Arpley. My pronouns are they, them, and you can find me here playing a paladin on Saturdays, playing a wizard on Sundays, and you can find me on Fridays playing a druid over on the Welcome In. And that's me. Ding.
Hell yeah, you're so cool. Alex?
Hello, I have been Alex. It is amazing to have been here tonight. If you want to check out more content from Total Party Kiss, you can also go follow us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TotalPartyKiss, or check out our Instagram, where you can find some more of the incredible art that Andre has done for this campaign, as well as little updates and things over on there. So Instagram, Total Party Kiss as well. And if you're looking for more of my content, you can find me at Alder_Mancy on Twitter or most other places at Aldermancy, or support me on Ko-fi and itch.io at Sword Ghost. And I think that is all. Oh, I also do GM Strange Hungers on Saturdays. We will have an episode this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Very, very exciting. It's our 21st episode. Ooh, so check that out. Check out Tragedy of Theologian. And
they can legally drink now.
Yes, Strange Hungers can legally drink.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Strange
Happy birthday.
In the US, we can drink, but
Yeah. In Australia, they've been able to drink for 3 years now.
And if you're at PAX East and you see me, I'll be jamming some games for Gehenna Gaming. So go check those out.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So many
Alright, well,
cool people.
Good gaming, everybody. I'm so happy.
All right,
Thank you,
go give
everybody.
some love to the channel that
Yeah.
we're rating.
Dylan, did you
Let's do
already
it. Save
introduce
intro
yourself? Did you already
show.
say your thing? Did you already say your thing? Did you already say who you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.